Hi guys, welcome to my very first vlog of many that is yet to come. My name is Wenzile and I love everything luxurious, gorgeous, elegant. So please show me some LOVE by liking this video, commenting and subscribing. So let's get right into it. Recently I went to Paris and I had a very beautiful holiday there. So I'd like to talk to you about my Hermes leather appointment in Paris in my recent trip. What happened? Did I get or did I not get a bag? And let's unbox a few of the things that you're seeing here behind me. And yeah, the little bit of a backstory, because every Hermes unboxing definitely comes with a backstory to it. So first things first, I went to Paris for the first time last year in 2022 in the month of September for the very first time. And I had a lot of things in my wish list that were non-Hermes items. I had a lot of Chanel, Louis Vuitton and Europeana on my wish list. So on that first trip, I thought it was worthy to mention here on this video that Hermes was not the only priority that I had. I visited Paris and that I had many other things that I wanted to do, things that I wanted to buy. So what I did on that very first trip to Paris, I applied. As you know, you have to apply for a leather appointment online. It works like a lottery system. So if you're selected, you either get a confirmation by SMS or email to say whether you've gotten the appointment or not. So what happens is that you apply for the appointment on the previous day for the next day, and the same day that you apply, by evening time you will know as to whether or not you've gotten the appointment or not. First day in Paris in 2022 last year, I applied, I didn't get the appointment. The next day I applied, I didn't get the appointment. I went to the store, I just went to the FSH store, checked it out, very busy and overwhelming shop, asked for an appointment, didn't get, and I kind of like kept it moving, kept it going. I had many other things that I wanted to see and do, and that was it. Fast forward to this year, 2023, I had a beautiful ski trip in the French Alps, and that's where I went there. I was there for 4 days. Had a lovely time on the snow, though it was almost the end of snow and skiing season, but I had a beautiful time nonetheless. So right after my trip from the French Alps, Courchevel to be precise, I then went ahead to Paris, and this time around my main focus was getting myself my dream bag, which is a Kelly gold on gold 32, or I don't know, the bigger size. That was just my main mission to this Paris trip, obviously after my holiday. So I then went to Paris, and the first day already I applied, I signed up my name, I applied for an appointment for the next day, which would have been day 2 of my Paris trip. And I didn't just stop at applying. I then decided to go to the shop and try to see if I could be one of those lucky few mere mortals who can be offered an appointment at the store. So as planned, I went to the store, and literally I walked into the shop and I went straight to the reception desk, or the hostess desk. This is a desk that is just, next to the display cabinet where you can see all the Hermes bags and the Kellys and the Birkins, which have pricing on them. I walked straight to there, and literally guys, as I was walking in, right, I could see one of the ladies, she's a very tall lady. She literally looked at me like, So I walked straight to her and I was like, "Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm just here trying to see if I could be lucky enough or fortunate enough to get an appointment, if you have any cancellations." And she was like, "Yeah, sure. Let me check." Then she asked for my passport, right? And I was like, that's a good sign. She didn't ask for my passport, and she was busy scrolling through her tablet. And as she was doing that, guys, there was another lady who was literally standing right next to her. And this lady was holding white bags. Because, you know, in Hermes in Paris, they give you like plain white handbags so that you don't just walk around with orange bags and boxes, etc. So this lady was holding her 3 massive white bags and holding a green Gator Birkin, right? This happened so fast because it happened during the time that the hostess or the lady who received me was like checking to see if she could give me an appointment. Okay, so as I spotted this lady, I went to her naturally and I was like, oh my God, I love your bag. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is my dream bag. Well, not necessarily a Birkin, but I dream of getting a Coda bag. What did you just get? And she's like, yeah, I didn't get a bag, but I've bought a few things and I'm just waiting to see if they could actually arrange to get me an appointment. And literally seconds later, the lady who was swifting through her notepad, she came to me and she was like, I'm so sorry, I'm afraid we don't have any cancellations for today. And I was, okay, I was fine, a little bit disappointed, but I knew that it's not going to be something that it comes just so easily unless I'm very, very lucky, right? Kept it moving. She's like, well, just try and apply online and keep on trying while you're here in Paris for however long. Keep trying, and who knows, maybe you might be lucky and you might get an appointment. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do just that. Finished speaking to the other lady who was standing there, and I sort of like went upstairs. I knew based on my research, right? A lot of people, it is the general consensus that you do need to have a profile in Paris, and that even though you've purchased Hermes products everywhere else in the world, you still need to have a profile. It's quite advantageous to have a profile with Hermes in Paris. All right, so I went in there knowing all of this already. So I had already thought about what I wanted to buy, something small for myself, something that I wanted, something that I needed, just to create a profile as I'm trying to secure an appointment via the online lottery system. And I worked myself up to the shoe department. I looked at a few shoes, asked for orans, asked for chypre sandals, nothing really that tickled my fancy. And then eventually I got myself a belt, and that was a way in which I created my profile rather. From then onwards, I bought a belt, and literally I was out of the store. As I was walking out, I spotted Michael Kors, right? So if you're an Hermes lover, you should know by now who Michael Kors is. He's like the person who deals with all the VVIPs. And to me, I know Michael Kors, at least from his Instagram, that he's quite a senior person, you know? And as I was walking out of the store, I bumped into him, and literally like our eyes locked. You know, I looked at him and he looked at me at the same time, and I just smiled and I was like, hi, you know, and he was like, hey, and very nice to me. So I naturally walked towards him and I was like, I'm so happy to meet you. I mean, I follow you on Instagram. It's actually so nice to actually see you in person. And he's like, yeah, where you from? And you know, we had a little bit of small talk here and there, and I told him where I'm from, and he was like, let's take a picture. So I was like, yeah, of course. So we took a picture. It was very nice. He went back to his clients and I kept it moving. So I walked out of the shop. This was day. Now, soon after going to the FSH store, I decided that I wanted to go see the other shops, because on my first trip to Paris, I didn't really go around to see the other Hermes boutiques, because there are 3 of them in Paris. So the one that I kept on going to the first time and this time around was the FSH store. Now I decided, I've heard on YouTube a lot of videos, people describing the Sèvres store as a beautiful shop. So I was like, hey, you know what, why not, let me go there. So I went there, and same procedure, went up to the lady by the desk and I was like, hey, I want to see if I could get a leather appointment, if you have any cancellations. And as usual, the answer was, no, we don't have anything, sorry, you just need to apply online. Walked around the store. I'll actually put up a video so you can see that store is absolutely beautiful. Nothing like the FSH store. The FSH store, if you walk there, right, if you're in that store, it really feels like a market. It is extremely busy, like so many tourists, so many clients, people are screaming and yelling and wanting to get appointments. So the Sèvres store though is very different. Like the vibes are very chilled, it feels more classic, it feels more elegant and classy, and it feels more beautiful. Like the decor is absolutely beautiful, and it's definitely worth a visit. Even if you're not there to buy a bag, it's definitely a great place to go and just chill, because it has like 3 levels, like almost on the sides like this, and everything is then on the center. So they have a library and they have a restaurant, so it's really nice to just walk around and see the beauty and admire the beauty and the decor of that store. And like I said, it's very chilled. So after asking for an appointment, they obviously said they didn't have any cancellations. So naturally I started walking around, and I love looking at the displays at Hermes just to see the kind of bags and the pricing also. So while I was doing that, as I was doing that, I spotted one sales associate, and I kind of like walked towards him and I said, you know, I just tried to get a leather appointment, but I'm told you don't have any cancellation. He's like, yeah, we don't have any cancellations. You know how it rolls. You just have to do it online, but I can't help you. There's nothing, absolutely nothing I can do. I was like, okay, granted. I know that there's nothing you can do, but I do want a Kelly, and I've never touched it. I've never seen it before. So if you could possibly help me by showing me and allowing me to try on a few of the displays just to get a look and feel of this handbag. And he was like a little bit skeptical in the beginning, very hesitant, but eventually he barged in and he was like, he accepted, and he went to the back and came back with a bunch of Kellys and Birkins in different sizes. And we started like talking, and I started like trying out the sizes. He was explaining to me the difference in sizes and the difference in leathers. And it was really, I must say, it was quite an informative experience. It was nice to experience this quite firsthand, right? To get an idea of this bag that I want, this dream bag, to be able to try it on. So that's what we did. We started talking. We really like had established some form of a connection, and I was just happy to have that, you know, because getting a sales associate in Paris is very difficult, that on its own. Eventually then, as we were trying out the stuff, we sort of like wrapped that up, and I asked him if I could actually, if I needed a leather appointment to get any of the wallets. So he was like, no, you don't need an appointment for the wallets. You can just get them. So I was like, oh, great. I'd love to get a wallet. At that time, I didn't even know the name of the wallet, but it's the Constance to Go wallet. I was like, I really love the H wallet, the long, slim one. It would really make me happy, you know, to get this wallet. Even if I don't get a bag, it would really make me happy, because I really love it. So he was like, yeah, sure, what colors are you looking for? And I told him anything that is in a tube, or gold or cray. Those are the classic colors that I love from Hermes. Those are colors that you can, like, if you know Hermes classic colors, you know that's an Hermes bag, right? So that's what I asked him for. He then packed up his display bags that he was letting me try, and he went over to the back and then came back, I think 10 minutes after, and literally just told me, no, sorry, no wallets, please go back to please go and try at the Faubourg store. And I told him, I was like, I was literally at the Faubourg store before coming here. He's like, yeah, just go back there, they might have something for you. So because this is something that I really wanted, I went back to the Faubourg store. Literally after leaving Sèvres, I went back to Faubourg store, and I went to the small leather goods, the SLG counter, which is literally, so if you go into the FSH store, right, you have the desk where the hostesses are, and then you have this big glass cabinet that has the display, and the small leather desk is right next to that. So I went there, and as usual, there were so many clients lining up, queuing up for SLGs, trying out a few SLGs, etc., etc. So eventually, I spoke to one gentleman there, and I was like, "Listen, I'd love a Kelly to go or a Constance H wallet, in the color Etoupe or gold." And he was like, "Yeah." Well, he didn't even take a second to think. To think, and he was just like, sorry ma'am, there's no stock. We've literally run out of stock, especially at this time of the day. It's really bad timing, and we just don't know when we're gonna get the stock, but keep on trying. So I was a little bit taken aback, disappointed. And I walked around the FSH store. I was back there for the second time on that same day, walking around. Eventually, as I decided to walk out, I went back to the SLG counter because I noticed that there was someone different from the first gentleman that I had come across. So naturally, I went to that gentleman and I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for a Kelly to go wallet. Do you have?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So he literally picked up his pad and he started browsing through, and he's like, "Yeah, I've got the Kelly to go wallet in the color orange, in the color bleu brume, and etc., etc." And I was like, how is it that literally less than 20 minutes ago, I had asked one of the people here if they had this, and they told me they had nothing. You know, this is a question that I actually asked myself because I found that to be quite strange. But anyways, this gentleman here was quite straightforward. I told him that I was really looking for the taupe color or the gold color. Those were the main colors that I'm willing to buy. And he was like, "Listen, come in tomorrow morning. Let's see, because we have arrivals every day, and let's see what I will receive. If I have the taupe color, then why not? But please come in the morning." So naturally that night, I got the email stating that I didn't get the appointment. So now moving on to day 2, again, I applied. I was traveling by myself, so I applied for the appointment, and I went to the store because I've heard so many times that if you're lucky, you could get offered an appointment if they have any cancellations. So I decided on this trip, on this segment of the trip, to really focus my energy and time in trying to get my Hermes dream bag. So eventually I went to the store in the morning, I think around 11, because they do open at about 10:30. So I was there at around 11, and I went to the SLG counter, spoke to the same guy that I'd met yesterday, asked him for if he had received any colors that would interest me. He looked at his notepad, and he was like, "Yeah, we have something in bleu brume or something else, and in noir." Pretty much that was it. And I was like, should I get it? Should I not get it? And I wasn't really so eager on the colors because I just wanted either of the two colors, Etoupe or gold. So I moved on again. I went to Sevres, same story. This was day 2, and no cancellations, no availability, no way to get an appointment. Okay. Day 3, same day, day 2 again, sorry. I got the SMS or the email saying, "Sorry, you didn't get the appointment. Try again next time." So the next day, day 3, tried, and I sort of like went about my days, right? Now on day 1, remember that on day 1, I had purchased something in FSH to create my profile, because apparently that gives you like a better chance of the system selecting you. So, I mean, I didn't just buy the belt because it's a belt that I really wanted. It's literally the same as this belt that I'm wearing, the black and the gold. But it's just that this one here, I got this one last year, and I do feel like it's gotten a little bit smaller and I can't wear it on the waist. Hence, I wanted to get the second one, which was slightly bigger, in the same color. Day 3, same thing. Day 4, same thing. Day 5, same thing. got rejected. Day 5, applied, and in the evening of day 5, I got a response via email, sent to me via email, to say, congratulations, you have secured an appointment for Monday 10:30. And I was extremely excited. I was so happy. Like, okay, day 5, that is when I got my appointment, and I was really excited and nervous at the same time. So literally the whole of Sunday, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't leave my hotel room. I was just on YouTube the whole day and night, watching videos about people who got the appointments, just to see, because also remember that getting the appointment is not a guarantee that you will get the bag that you want, you know. So that was what was really making me nervous. And a lot of people tend to mention that you need to, it also depends, you have to form like a connection with your SA during the appointment, and you know, just to increase your chances of getting a bag. So I went about Sunday, had dinner, slept, and I'd watched over 10 videos on YouTube. And Monday morning, literally, I woke up and my appointment was at 10:30. So I woke up, got ready, had some breakfast, and made my way to the shop. I made sure that I leave early because, guys, the traffic in Paris is real. I made sure that I was out of my hotel by 9, so that I'm literally queuing by 10 o'clock, and come 10:30, I'm in that shop, I'm in that store, I'm inside the boutique, and yeah. So that's exactly what happened. Went to my appointment, nervous as hell. And I wore, during that time, Paris was very chilly and rainy. So I kind of like wore my cardigan, and I wore this belt again, but on the gold side. Sorry, let me show you. This is the belt that I wore. So I kind of like wore it on top of my cardigan, you know, just to show that I do love this brand. And I wore it in the color, on the side of the color that I really love, the gold, because that's what I want. That absolutely the color that I absolutely love, you know. So that's how it was. I went for my appointment, got into the store opened at 10:30, and literally as you walk in, all the staff is there just greeting people, you know, welcome, good morning. It's quite a buzz, it's quite a rush. And eventually I was assigned to a sales associate. And there's a place upstairs, it's got desks, right? Different desks, and that's where normally the appointments take place. But literally from opening, in a couple of minutes, that desk area filled up so much with other clients that there was no space. So my sales associate said to me, well, we're gonna have to do our appointment, we're gonna have to find a place to sit down away from this area because there's no more space. I know it's a leather goods appointment, but I'm gonna sit you down by the jewelry section. And I really didn't mind, you know, where I was being sat down, and so it was really fun. Sat down there, and she offered me something to drink, and she was a very nice lady, like really nice. And we just started talking, you know. As you may have heard, you need to create a conversation, but you know, it doesn't have to be tricky, because it doesn't have to be forced. It's something that just comes naturally. Just let it flow. And at that point, I was really chilled, I was really at ease. We were at the jewelry section. On my far right, who was also sitting on the same table that I was, on the adjacent side, and she was also having her appointment. And then literally behind us in that same jewelry section, there was another lady, Asian lady, who was like trying out some jewelry. So there was literally just the 3 of us in that room, which is quite big. It's quite a big room, that jewelry section. So offered me something to drink, and obviously I asked for a coffee because it was the first thing in the morning, and I had my coffee, and straight up she told me, so how can I help you? What do you want? And I kind of like explained to her that, look, this is my second visit to Paris. I did try to apply on my first visit. I didn't get an appointment, but this time around I was lucky enough to get an appointment. So I'm just happy also just to have been given, you know, to just get the opportunity of getting the appointment. So that alone was something that I was really excited about. Now, she was very friendly. She's like, yeah, you're very lucky. It's very difficult to get these appointments. And I sort of like took her through my bag collection of non-Hermes bags. I said, listen, I've gotten most of my dream bags, my classic bags, and the only thing that remains to complete my collection is my Kelly. I really, really dream of a Kelly in gold on gold or a tube. And the new color that I tried, well, it's not a new color, but a color that I became aware of that I liked, based on what I tried previously, was the Cray. I'm gonna insert a video of that Cray with palladium hardware. I'm not a palladium girl. I don't like silver hardware, but this particular color goes so beautifully with the palladium. I'll attach a video so that you can see it. So I kind of like told her, you know, that I've recently gotten a lot of the things that I loved, and that now to top the list, to just put the cherry on top of the cake, I would really love to complete my collection with a Kelly. She asked me about sizes, she asked me about colors, and I gave her the options. I kind of like said to her, I gave her the 3 colors, which are the classic Hermes colors, so Etude, gold, and Cray. She's like, okay, so you like the classic colors? I was like, absolutely, but I'm obviously open to, you know, other neutrals. I'm not just like stuck on these 3. These 3 are my priority. If you can get me any one of these, I'll be ecstatic, over the moon, but surprise me. And she was like, yeah, sure. Anything else? Do you want anything else other than a Kelly? I said, well, a Birkin or a Constance, you know, as second priority, I'd still be happy with those. She was like, yeah, sure. And we did speak here and there, and I discovered that she has been working for Hermes for quite some time. Okay, these are one of the things that she mentioned. So we really, really gelled. Like overall, I think in terms of connection, 80, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Really, we really gelled. She was a very, very nice lady. So after taking up her notes, she was noting everything that I was saying, and in terms of what I really wanted, she noted that. And soon after that, she was like, is there anything else? I was like, nothing else. She's like, okay, I'm gonna be gone, and just please be patient. This will take a bit of a long time. I'll be about 20 to 30 minutes. And this is something that I've already heard also on other YouTube videos from people who, you know, got the appointment. So naturally she left, and she was gone for about 10 minutes, and she came back, and I was like, no ways, 10 minutes is a very short time. That's a bad sign. But when she came back, she actually came back to ask me if I wanted something else to drink. And yeah, so I asked for another tea, and she brought the tea, and then she disappeared. Literally, she was gone for a good 30 minutes, okay? And that was the longest wait of my life. It just felt like I was waiting. It feels like an interview, like a job interview, but it's a job interview where you get told your results, whether you have the job or not, on the spot. So it's quite nerve-wracking. And as I was waiting, actually, the lady who was trying out the jewelry, we started like chatting casually, because she didn't know what colors to take, what colors suited her. So I was kind of like helping her with that. And the other lady sitting on the opposite end also was trying out her bags. So eventually at some point, only 3 of us remained without our sales associates. So we started like chatting about, you know, everything under the sun. 30 minutes, the lady comes with a big orange box, okay? And at that point, guys, my heart is like, it's coming out of my mouth. It's like, Kiki, because I know if it's a big orange box, because I asked for the bigger sizes. I was like, is this happening? She comes and she's like, I have good and bad news for you. I was like, start with the bad news. She's like, I have no Birkin, Kelly, or Constance. And literally, guys, you should have seen how I just wanted to melt, and just, I was so heartbroken. I was so disappointed. I was heartbroken. It's almost impossible to secure that appointment through the lottery system. And eventually I get the appointment and I come to the store, with my hopes, and I'm excited. Hey guys, it was just something else. So she's like, yeah, I'm very sorry, it's a Monday. Mondays are really bad days, we don't have any stock. Literally the stock that we have on a Monday is some things that we couldn't sell on Saturday, which in hindsight are one of the things that I was worried about. Okay, I had asked someone that I met during that trip in those couple of days. I'd met someone who previously worked for Hermes, and he's now working for another luxury brand. So we kind of like met and we spoke briefly, and that's when he told me that he used to work for Hermes and that he quit and that he's now working for this luxury brand. So I kind of like recall asking him if Monday was a good day to get an appointment. Like, what are the chances? Because, and listen, it's Monday first thing, right? So it's not even, my appointment was Monday, literally when the doors open, because that boutique opens shop at 10:30, and that's the time that my appointment was. So in my mind, I was like, when would they have received new stock? So I was quite nervous about that. And the lady did mention to me, she's like, listen, it's a Monday, it's really not a great day, stocks are low, and I'm really sorry, but I have something else for you in the colors that you want. And already, like, I knew that it was a non-quota bag. It was a bag that I was possibly not even gonna like. And at this point, other people who have gotten this far, when they get offered non-quota bags, they don't even accept the sales associate to open that box. Okay, but for me, guys, I was like, even if a sales associate, like, going into this appointment, I already played all the possible scenarios in my head. Like, okay, what if they don't offer me the bag and the lady comes and says to me, I have something else for you. Should I decline even for her or him to show me, or should I just, like, look? What should I do? And to me, when I listen to these stories, I always think it's better to just, you're already there. So there's nothing else. You're not going to lose anything by just looking at what they want to offer you, even if it's not what you're looking for, and even if it's a non-quota bag, right? Because I thought to myself that maybe it's a game. Hermes loves playing games. So what if it's just a game, a final test at the very last minute, where they test you and say, sorry, we don't have the Kelly or Birkin or Constance, we have something else. What if it's just a game and that they actually do have what you want, but they add that element of suspense and surprise, and you just plain out refuse to see, and then you just miss out on your dream bag just like that? I just always think like that. I was like, you know what, if they offer me something, the very least I'll look at it and I'll just politely decline, So she opened the bag, and guess what it was? She's like, are you familiar with one of the Hermes bags? It's called the 2424. So she opens it, a beautiful bag. Again, the craftsmanship of Hermes bags or Hermes leather goods is really unrivaled. It was a beautiful bag in a tube. I'm gonna insert a picture or a video. I can't remember if I took a picture or video, but it was really a beautiful bag, and I took it out, I looked at it, it was a gorgeous bag. I tried it out and I was like, you know what, this is not the bag that I want. Gorgeous as it is, I really, really want my Kelly. I want my first Hermes bag to be a Kelly. All right. So she's like, are you sure this is like a really good bag? I was like, I'm 100% sure. She's like, okay, just give me a moment, I'll be right back. And I was like, okay, cool, not a problem. So she disappears again. She leaves the big box right in front of me on the desk, and she disappears for about another 10-15 minutes. She comes back with another big orange box, and she's like, I have something that I think will be closer to a Kelly that I think you'll really like. I was like, yeah, go ahead, I'd love to see it. And she opens it, and it's the gypsière. Yeah, I think that's how you actually pronounce it. It's the gypsière bag. Again, I'll link up the picture so you can have a look at it. Beautiful, equally beautiful, but it's just not me. It's not my style. It's a beautiful, the craftsmanship of Hermes leather goods is really amazing, and you can see it in their bags, right? But this is not the bag that I want, and I just also didn't want to get something for the sake of getting an Hermes bag. It's okay. That point I'm thinking to myself, it's really fine, it's not that deep. I know that a lot of people have gotten the appointment, but they don't get offered a quarter bag. So this is nothing new. I'm not the first one, and I'm definitely not the last one. This is not the first opportunity, and it's definitely not the last. So I politely declined, and I was like, a little bit disappointed and sad. And she was like, yeah, you know what, this is a part of my job that I really don't like, just disappointing clients. And what happened, okay, I think I'm going to omit that part, but I'll explain later. So she was very apologetic. You know what, I'm really, really sorry. I'm very sorry that I couldn't fulfill your dream. Honestly, there is absolutely nothing I can do. Stocks are really, really low. And yeah, so I was like, yeah, I saw that you really tried, and thank you for making this first experience worthwhile. You were very nice, you were very calming. I was very nervous walking in here, but immediately you and I clicked, and you made me feel so much at ease. So, and that was the end of our leather goods appointment. And yeah, so I didn't get offered a quarter bag, unfortunately, and I was really upset about it. But again, I had to pull myself towards myself. It really is not the end of the world. And what I'm happy about is that I didn't settle for something else just for the sake of settling. I'm gonna still try, because I really, really want a Kelly, specifically my Kelly gold on gold. This is what I want, and I haven't lost any hope. I'm still hopeful. The Hermes game can get very toxic. So when you start this journey, guys, you have to be very, very patient, okay? You need to be patient and be in the moment, especially when you're going to a place like Paris. It's very easy to get very consumed in this Hermes game, and then you miss out on everything else that is there in Paris. So much that you can see and do. And so at that point I was like, you know what, I've invested enough of my time on this. It just didn't work on this trip, maybe on the next trip. So that was it. She gave me her card though. She did give me her details, and she was like, look, here's my card, but keep trying she asked me how many more days I'll be in Paris for. At that time, I think I was remaining there. I still had another 4 or 5 days, because I was in Paris for quite a long time. I was there for about 2 weeks, right? And so I was remaining with another 5 or 6 days, and she's like, listen, please keep trying, and come to the store, and ask for sales associates who are free at that point in time. Just keep trying. I really want you to get this bag, and blah 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 blah. So I was like, yeah, I'll do that, not a problem. And literally I kept it moving. I left the store and I went back to the Sevres store, because my appointment was at the FSH boutique, the mothership, the flagship. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that when I got the appointment, right, the first 4 days or the first 5 tries, I was specifically choosing FSH. Every day I was choosing FSH as my store of preference. And the day that I got the appointment, on that specific day, I had just said no preference. But that's the day that I got the appointment, and I was assigned to the FSH shop in any case, you know. So I think that is something to note. If you say no preference, some people, I don't know, there's just no formula. I know there's people who say that if you say no preference, then it's just like, okay, you don't have a preference, you don't know what you want, and you don't know where you want to go really, and that's not a good thing. But some people, they say that you need to specifically say the shop that you want to go to. But again, that limits your chances, because if you specifically want one shop out of the three, what are the chances? You know what I mean? But my thing is that it's definitely worthwhile choosing the no preference option, because then it just gives you more of a chance. And what I think also pertaining to this appointment is that it is very important to have a profile, right? So if you go to Paris, definitely buy something small and and you know, apply. It really does increase your chances. I really believe that. And yeah, but guys, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna do a separate video, because me explaining this whole thing, I've omitted intentionally a lot of points that are very important, that I feel that are very important for people who are going to Paris and want to try and secure an appointment. And not only to secure an appointment, but to actually get offered a bag, because getting the appointment is one thing and getting the bag offer is another. But there's a lot of things that I observed, right? A lot of things that happened. There were a lot of undertones and under messages that I chose to omit those for the purpose of this video, because in this video I'm just telling you about my appointment, the day that I got my appointment, after how many tries, and how my appointment went, right? Now I want to unbox what I did get, because though I was not offered a quota bag, I then, after that appointment, went to the Sevres shop, and I went back to that gentleman who was helping me try out a few of the quota bags, right? I went straight to him. I was like, listen, I'm so disappointed. I just had an appointment. I didn't get a bag offered, but you know what? It's fine. But I still really want my Constance to go wallet or the Kelly to go wallet. If you can please just try and see if you have any stock, any availability. And he really just looked at me and he's like, you know what, I don't want to see you sad, let me see what I can do. So he went. He was very busy with clients. They're always very busy, right? He went and he came back. He's like, thank you for waiting. You know what? Come back tomorrow. I want you to be the first person I see tomorrow. And let's see what I can do for you for the wallet, not the handbag or leather good appointment, but let's see what I can do for the wallet, which I then did. I went back the next day and he offered me my wallet, my Constance to go wallet. So that was a big, you know, I was very happy about that. I was extremely happy, and he gave it to me in the color that I wanted, right? So I did want to mention that I did buy other stuff. So it was the belt that I bought to create my Parisian profile. I think that was on the first day. And with this gentleman, I did buy my wallet, and then I bought shoes and for my husband, and then I bought another belt. So yeah, I bought a second belt that matches the wallet. So without further ado, let's start off with the big shoe box that you're seeing here. This is not a true unboxing. These are the shoes that I did get for my husband at the Sevres boutique, with my sales associate there. I got my husband, this was on my wish list for my husband. One of the things that I wanted to gift for my husband. So while I was there, I managed to get this for my habibi. He's already worn this, by the way, but these are the Hermes slides. Guys, Hermes leather is just, it's unrivaled, okay? So this is the belt that I bought. I don't know which one this one is, the first day one or the last day one, but let's unbox it. So this is it. And so it comes in a box like this. And okay, let's see, which color is this one? Okay. Oh. So this is the color that I went for. It's in the width size is size 24, and yeah, it's in the color Etoupe. This is one of the classic Hermes colors, and it's a reversible belt, and on this side it's the classic white. So it's a very, very nice belt. Okay, I absolutely love it. And of course it comes with its buckle, because yes, it comes with the buckle. So I chose, okay, there we go. Right, so for this time around I chose the rose gold. Yeah, the rose gold buckle, and it really goes so nicely with this belt. I really love the 24mm belt because it's very chic. It's like when you wrap it around an outfit, right, it sits very differently to the 32mm. Like the 24mm looks more elegant, and just the leather is absolutely amazing. So this is what it looks like. And obviously you can reverse it on the white side, but I know that for this specific rose gold buckle, I will use it on the Etoupe side, and soon you'll understand. In this small box, they say dynamite comes in small packages. This is the box, and this is my Constance wallet. Okay, so let us unbox this with you. Absolutely love this. Okay. Guys, this definitely consoled me. Okay, I may have not gotten my dream bag, but this is also something that I really, really wanted, and I really, really love. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. There she is. The Constance to go wallet. All right, so also in the Etoupe color, which is a classic Hermes color, and there she is, guys. So this is a wallet on chain. You can wear it as a bag, right? And that's why I got it. I want to wear it as a bag. It's just I don't know how they open it. Oh, there we go. So there she is. So she's got a little flap, you know, and the H buckle in palladium hardware. I would have loved this in gold, but palladium works perfectly fine as well. And this is what she looks like inside. So let's remove this. And that's her inside. And I think this is the leather strap. And yeah, very spacious inside, very beautiful. And it also has a back pocket that you can, you know, put some stuff in there as well. And yeah, so basically this is what I got. This specific wallet on chain is that it can fit in quite a lot compared to the Kelly to go. So you can definitely fit your phone. I have 3 phones, by the way. So I have this, I think this is an iPhone 13. So it can fit in very nicely, and I'm sure it can fit in a set of keys. So jean belt, you see. Of course the buckles don't match, because I bought a rose gold buckle because I already have a silver buckle for this, but yeah. So this is the matchy. So like I said, this is a wallet on chain, and now it comes with the strap. It comes with a strap that, let me try and get the strap in, and you can definitely wear it, you know, as a bag. Yeah, okay, I don't know, but basically this is like, the straps would sit something like this. I need to take some time and do this. So this is with the strap, it's quite long, and you can obviously wear it crossbody. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. So though I didn't get my bag, I'm more than happy to have gotten this. This is very nice. I love this. I'm happy with this. I bought something that I love. This is the first belt that I purchased on the first day to create my profile. Nothing special. Again, classic colors only. Right. So again, it was the gold with the white. So, and gold buckle. So now I have a silver buckle, silver, and the rose gold and the gold. So I'm more than happy. More than happy. Right. So let's see. So, look. Bob's your uncle. Beautiful belt, and again it's a reversible. So now I have like 2 gold belts and 2 white belts and 1 étui and 1 black. So okay, anyways, I can do this much later. 2 belts. So I'm quite a fan, and here's one that I'm wearing. Literally obsessed. So I'm happy. I am happy. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. So guys, that is my Paris leather appointment. I've told you how I got the appointment, what happened during the appointment, and what happened after. So I want to do, like I mentioned earlier on, I want to do a separate vlog, okay, where I actually fill in most of the gaps that I've left in this video, and what I really think and the things that I've learned. Because though I didn't get offered my dream bag, there's a lot of things that I learned, and I feel like I'm getting a step closer to getting my dream bag, and a lot of things that I would do differently going forward. And I have a better understanding now of the game, the Hermes game. Why are we even playing this game in the first place? I understand things much better, and if you know better, you do better, right? So look out for the next vlog that will come. It's very informative. It will help you if you also want to go to Paris and try to score your dream bag. The points that I'm going to discuss there are very, very important. And the reason why I wanted to separate this is because they are so important that I didn't want them to get diluted with this unboxing and the story, because these are points that can help you, you know. And I wish I knew these things before going into to my appointment and what really happens, and understanding this game. So thank you so much, my lovely ladies, my luxurious gorgeous queens, for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please show me some LOVE. I'm a new kid on the block. I have a lot of things that I have in store for you guys, a lot more luxurious unboxings of hard to find items. So please stay tuned, stay connected, and hit the notifications button so that the next video you don't miss it. Okay, take care, love you all, bye bye.